Hey, Alisai here, and yes, it's still June. So I am trying another experiment, and I saw somebody do an acrylic pour without any silicone. They used alcohol, 1 paint to 1 Floetrol to half of alcohol. So I've got that ready, and I got some boards here, and I decided that I like the black background the best, but I was wanting to do white on this one. I don't know why. Anyway, I thought, well, what if I do black and white? Might as well try it. Okay, I've got the camera up there, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's put some black on it. So I put a little black on there, and then I put a little white on there, and you know what? In the end, it really didn't seem to make a big difference with anything. But like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm trying different things. Again, I used 50% Floetrol because the flowing is so much better when the paint is flowier. But I'm thinking that I still don't have the correct ratio to make it turn out just great because it's almost a little bit too flowy now. I have learned a little bit about the colors that should be used. Okay, as I was mixing this up, I realized that these are complementary colors, so that means when they're mixed together, they're gonna equal brown, and I was putting brown with it already. So I thought, well, if I did yellow, I could get some greens maybe. You can use any color you want, but you're trying to avoid the mud look. And I think using primary colors is really the way to go, but for this one I used blue and orange and yellow. And I put them all together in 1 cup again to do a dirty pour, and then poured it all out. And then I rotated each board a little bit to get some movement. What I've noticed about this piece is that it made only a few bubbles or cells using the alcohol. So I'm going to stick with the silicone or something else from now on. And then I used the torch because people say the torch will bring up these cells, but I haven't found that to be the case for me yet. And I know they flow and change as the day goes on, so it's never what you see is what you get type of a thing. It's always, you gotta come back later and see if you like it. So let's just leave that for now, but that was fun with the alcohol. I mean, it's making some, I think, making some bubbles. Yeah, ooh, like that right there, I like that. All right, cool. Hey, so it's the next day and it's all dry, and I like it, but it lost its shimmeriness. And so I am going to try to pour some resin over the top of it. So I made sure that they were sitting as flat as possible. Well, I am going to use Total Boat resin. Be my first time using it, and not sure how much I need. Probably not too much, but it's 1-to-1 pump. So I think I'll do 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 5 pumps of that one and 5 pumps of this one. 1. And I'm gonna mix it for about 3 minutes. Hey Google, can you set an alarm for 3 minutes?
Setting your alarm.
That makes it easy. I have since talked to the Total Boat people, and they told me I need to stir very slowly, and I think that's why they say to do it for 3 minutes, because you're supposed to do it slowly. And I need to work on that. All right, there's my alarm. Gotta love Google.
Hi, it's currently 3:28 p.m.
I've used some acrylic resin before, but this was my first time to use it as a layer on top of something else. And I also didn't use enough for this project. I think moving it around with the popsicle stick was fine, but I still think I made it a little too thin. Brings the shine back. And I used the torch over the top to get rid of those little bubbles like usual with acrylic resin. It looks like it brought the life back to it anyway. So we'll see how it looks once it's all nice and set up. Well, it's definitely dry. So I really like the 3 pieces together like that. I just think that looks really cool. And the resin, yeah, it's the way to go. I need to work on it a little bit better, but yeah. So my question is now, I used paint and then poured acrylic over the top. What if I just tried this in acrylic resins from the get-go? I think I want to try that. So thanks again for sticking with me and watching me experiment with these acrylic paint pours. And so the next video, which will be the 4th video in this 4-video series, I will be using total boat resin only to see if I can come up with some crazy cool results. So I'll see you there.